Good morning, everyone. The events of the movie begin with a beautiful girl named Abby who decided to flee her father, with whom she lived, and it seems she is trying to send him a message telling him that she would like to start a new and normal life far from playing poker and gambling, and also wants to enter the university and meet new friends. Abby arrives and meets her friend America, who was waiting for her arrival, then takes her to the place where she will live with her and tells her that she will be her roommate. America talks to Abby about her lover named Shipley and asks her to go out with her at night in order to get to know him, but Abby refuses because she came to focus on her studies and not waste her time going out. America cheats Abby, who finally agrees to date her in a strange place where many university students gather who bet on the winner in the battle ring. Abby doesn't feel comfortable in that place and tells her friend America that she decided to go home but runs into a guy named Travis. Travis is one of the participants in the fighting ring and it seems that he caught Abby's attention at first sight, then she decides to stay to watch him beat the person in front of him. Abby admires Travis's courage, who asks her if she is a new girl because he sees her for the first time, and suddenly Travis's rival takes advantage of Travis's concern for Abby and hits him hard until he falls to the ground. Travis gets up again and beats his rival and finally manages to defeat him, then goes back to talk to Abby and tells him that he lost his concentration when he first saw her and that he does not have the habit of weakening in front of any girl, and after that Abby goes home with her friend America and thought of Travis all night. The next morning, Abby wakes up from sleep and takes the money she stole from her father and then goes to pay the university fees, but the principal tells her that the money is not enough. Abby tells the principal her situation and tells her that she is unable to ask her father for help because he is a bad man and will not accept help for her. Moreover, Abby has not known anything about her mother for several years and does not communicate with her. The principal sympathizes with Abby and agrees to accept him to the university, and after that, Abby meets her friend America and her lover Shipley and poses them some questions about Travis and his strange location last night. America answers Abby by saying that Travis is Shipley's cousin, and suddenly Travis comes and hears Abby talking about him and thinks she's interested in him, and Abby seems surprised because Travis is studying with them at the same university. Abby tells Travis that he's not his favorite guy and tries to pretend that she doesn't care about him and doesn't care about his presence with her, and suddenly, Travis gets a phone call and then leaves the scene and Abby goes to the conference, but she was distracted because she thinks so much about Travis that she looks at her photos on her Instagram account, but the surprise is that Travis was sitting behind her and was looking at everything. Travis laughs at Abby, saying that he's obviously not her favorite type of guy, and Abby feels embarrassed and hangs up the phone and lies to her that she was just having fun and she's determined that Travis is not her favorite type, but Travis surprises her and asks her to wait for him at night if she wants to date him. Abby responds to Travis by saying that he'll date her in his dreams only because she's an inaccessible girl and she's not like the rest of the girls, and refuses to date him because she doesn't know him well and asks him to get out of his way, but Travis was confident that he'd find Abby waiting for him at night and then leave the scene. Abby is surprised by Travis because he didn't ask her to give him her phone number, and at night, Abby waits for Travis to arrive, who asks her why she wears normal clothes. Abby tells him that she will go out with him in those clothes because she won't go to an appointment with him, and after that, the two buy a snack and then walk together, and Abby is determined to return the meal price to Travis. Travis tells Abby that they are together in his favorite place where he likes to walk because he is very close to the family home, but Abby laughs at him, saying that he is definitely the kind of person who cannot live without his mother. Travis answers by saying that his mother passed away several years ago, and Abby apologizes to him for being rude to him and asks him questions about his relationship with his father. Travis tells Abby that his father has suffered a lot and tired a lot to raise him and his brothers, and tells him that he learned to fight from a very young age thanks to his brothers because they were always fighting with each other. Abby tells him that he puts himself in danger when he participates in fights, but Travis tells him that he earns a lot of money by participating in fights to be able to pay high university expenses. Travis asks Abby to become friends and asks her about her life and family, but Abby simply says she's just an ordinary girl and doesn't talk a lot about herself, then says goodbye and leaves. And the next day Abby walks to college and accidentally stumbles upon a guy named Parker, then apologizes to him and makes him feel very pity because he seems to be a nice person. And after returning home, Abby discovers that the water is cut off for 24 hours. America suggests Abby go to Shipley's until the water problem is solved, and after arriving, Abby discovers that Travis is Shipley's roommate and tries to leave, but America stops him and tells him that Travis does not always come home because he spends most of his time outside, and tells him that Travis will not be bothered by his presence because he likes him. At night, Travis sees Abby sitting alone as she prepares for tomorrow's exam and then asks her to study in her room to concentrate better. Abby receives several messages and calls from her father, but ignores and does not answer him and stays up all night to study until she falls asleep, and Travis also goes back to sleep without disturbing Abby. The next morning, Abby wakes up from sleep and remembers the university exam and quickly runs around in her pajamas so as not to be late for the exam, but she falls into a puddle and her clothes get dirty. And after the exam is over, Abby meets her friend America and tells her that her father has sent her several messages and wants to talk to her. America advises Abby not to answer messages or calls from his father and also asks him to take his father out of his life. And after that, Abby meets Parker, who invites him to dinner together at night, and it seems that Abby agreed to go out with him to harass Travis, who was standing and watched from afar what was happening. Abby ignores Travis's messages all night and does not answer him. Abby goes out with Parker for dinner with him, and after leaving the restaurant, Abby notices that Parker is focusing on his phone and thinks he has something important and tells him that she can leave, but Parker tells him that his friend invited him to one of the shows and asks him to accompany him. And after their arrival, Abby is surprised to notice that she is at another combat show. Abby hears the combat presenter announce the start of the fight between Travis and another fighter. Parker tells him that Travis is very strong and likes to watch him participate in the fight, and Abby seems upset and wants Travis not to be the person she met earlier, then tells Parker that she will come out a few minutes because she feels out of breath. Abby is surprised that Travis arrives at the same place where she must participate in the fight, and it seems that he was angry with her because she does not reply to her messages. Abby tells him that she advised him before staying away from the wagers and fights because it represents a danger for him, especially when she sees his rival, and also tells him that he could die easily at the hands of his rival because he seems stronger than him. Travis gets angry because Abby doubts his fighting abilities and offers him to bet with him and tells him that he will beat his rival without taking any shots from him in exchange for Abby agreeing to live with him in his apartment for a month. But Abby tells him that it is impossible not to take a shot from his rival and accepts in the hope that she will be the winner of the bet. Abby looks at the fight and encourages Travis's rival to hit Travis only once, but Travis tries to avoid contact with his opponent throughout the game so as not to touch him, then realizes that his rival has lost his energy because he feels tired, takes advantage of the opportunity and deals him a knockout blow, because of which he falls to the ground, so Travis was able to win the bet. Abby explains her situation to Parker, who can't believe that when she left the place, she recognized Travis within 5 minutes and bet with him too, and he doesn't know that Abby knows Travis before. Abby replies to Parker saying that she doesn't like Travis and will live with him in his apartment because she is forced there, and also tells him that she is happy to go out with him. Travis interrupts Abby and asks him to get out of the car, and it seems that Parker was afraid of Travis because he is stronger than him and asks Abby to get out of his car quickly. The two spend the first 15 days together as friends only because Abby puts a barrier in bed between her and Travis and divides the room between them, but the admiration for each other grows more and more each day. One day, Travis decides to take Abby with him to his family to get to know his father and his brothers, and Abby notices how they violently joke about each other because they are men, and after that Abby eats with them and also plays with them even though Travis and his brothers think she is a beginner girl, but Abby surprises everyone by beating them from the first round, and then they ask her how she learned to play. Abby talks to his famous father's brothers in Las Vegas, and one of Travis's brothers knows Abby's father well because he saw him in an article written about him because he is famous for gambling and raised his little daughter who has always helped him win, and this girl is Abby, who says she decided to finish her studies at university to change her previous life. The brothers ask Abby to take pictures with them because she is a famous girl for them, and then they have fun and spend a good time with each other, and Abby returns with Travis to his apartment, and after several days have passed, namely the 26th day of the bet, Travis and Abby confess their love for each other, but Travis notices that Abby received a message from a stranger telling him that he misses her, and Abby replies abroad in kind. Travis thinks Abby is having an affair with another man, then decides to leave the apartment, and Abby tries to look for him and call him, but Travis disappeared and doesn't answer Abby's calls, and the next day, Travis goes back to the apartment with a cat with him and says the cat is more faithful than some people, and he means Abby in his words, and tells him that he thought they loved each other and confesses to him that he read the message. Abby tells Travis that she contacted her father, and Travis is shocked and tries to apologize to her, but Abby does not accept her apology because he doubts her and does not respect privacy between them. Then she picks up her belongings and leaves the premises, and the next day Abby was in the library and Parker sees her and asks her questions about her condition because he has not met her since the day she dated him. After spending a lot of time together at the library, Parker asks Abby to go somewhere with him, and Abby agrees, and after their arrival, Abby is surprised to find that Travis has prepared his birthday surprise, and it seems that Parker is the one who agreed with Travis to attract Abby because Parker discovered that Abby is having an affair with Travis. America tells Abby that Travis is tired of preparing the party in order to come back to her. Abby responds to her friend by saying that she is no longer interested in Travis, and then she drinks a lot of wine and starts dancing and calls Parker to dance with her and tries to get closer to him, but Parker tells her that he will not accept to be the substitute person she wants to use to harass Travis because he is fully aware that she has fallen in love with Travis, but does not want to admit the truth because of her pride. Abby denies his love for Travis in front of Parker and tells him that she is interested in him, but Parker does not believe his words, and after he leaves, Travis tries to prevent Abby from drinking too much, but she ignores him and tells him that she no longer wants to talk to him and tries to leave the party, but Travis catches up with her and tries to explain to her that he did everything to apologize to her for the second time. Abby responds to Travis by saying that she is not interested in him or what is going on around him and does not want to talk to him, and suddenly Abby feels tired and starts vomiting, and Travis takes her home to change and help her regain consciousness. Abby gets a call from his father who tells him that he would like to spend his birthday with her as he does every year, but he does not know where she currently lives. Abby simply tells her father the name of the university in which she studies because she was not fully conscious. And the next morning Abby regains consciousness and apologizes to Travis for what happened last night due to excessive alcohol consumption. Travis prepares her breakfast to help her regain her full consciousness. And the next day Abby was on her way to university, but is surprised when she notices a man she doesn't know by name. Abby ignores the stranger and tries to leave, but the stranger tells him that the subject is about his father, and it seems that Abby was nervous and asks him questions about his father. The stranger tells him that his father owes his boss because of the bets and he could be killed if she doesn't help him. Abby decides to travel with the man without thinking about Las Vegas to see his father. At the same time, Travis wakes up from sleep and doesn't find Abby at home and worries about her, then sends her several messages and tries to call him, but Abby doesn't answer. America tells Travis that she can follow Abby's whereabouts and discovers that she traveled to meet her father and tells Travis that Abby's life is definitely in danger, and Travis tries to catch up quickly. Meanwhile, Abby meets his father and discovers, by talking to him, that he really owes a very large sum, and suddenly, the man who threatens Abby's father named William asks Abby to return his money or his father will be hurt. Abby tells him that she won't be able to collect $100,000 in one day, but William tells him how she can do to get the amount. William tells Abby that the way to get the amount is to play to her advantage, and also tells him that he knows that she has been playing since she was young and that she earned $30,000 in less than half an hour, but Abby tells her that she is a student and cannot play because she is a minor and it is possible that she will be expelled from the university. William threatens Abby to kill her father and Abby must agree to save his father. Abby wears an evening dress tonight and after that, William's assistant takes her to the place where she's going to play the game, but she asks him to wait outside. Then she enters the game room and starts playing, and it seems she managed to earn $100,000 as William asked her to. Then she sends a message to his assistant saying she got the required amount. Abby tries to get out of the gambling hall, but is surprised by another person who calls him and discovers that he is his classmate from school and that he is currently working in the security of the gambling hall, but Abby is surprised when the man asks him to give her the money she got because she is a minor and threatens to inform the police. Abby gives the money to the man and starts crying and decides to call his father and tell him that she has been arrested and asks him to flee William's men and hide anywhere until a solution to the problem is found and apologizes to him because she could not help him. Then she goes to meet William and tells him what happened with her and tells him that she was arrested and that the money was lost to him. William does not believe Abby's words and tells him that his father ran away and then asks his men to look for him and approaches Abby and tries to threaten her by saying that she cheated on him with the help of her father, and suddenly Travis arrives in time and tries to save Abby, then follows her to the hotel, but Abby was angry with him for what he did and tells him that she was able to solve the problem by herself calmly. Travis explains to Abby that he was afraid for her because he loves her, and after she sleeps in the hotel room, Travis sees a message in Abby's phone that he would like his money back. Then he thinks about finding a solution and decides to participate in a fight contest called the Death Challenge, and his goal to participate is to make money to save Abby and his father. Abby wakes up and does not find Travis next to her and discovers that he will put himself in danger for her, and it seems that Travis left her a message saying that he left her a taxi in the garage in order to return home until a solution is found to her problem. Abby goes down to the garage but is surprised by the presence of his father accompanied by the security man who took money from him at the casino. The man gives Abby's father the money he took from Abby earlier, and it is clear that Abby's father agrees with him and tells him that he had to put pressure on Abby and lie to him when he told him that he was in danger of playing again. Abby is shocked and unable to believe that his father planned everything. Abby decides to confront his father and first electrifies the security guard, then shouts at his father and tells him that it is not worth sacrificing for him because there is someone else in danger now because of him, and she wants to say Travis with his words, and also tells him that she does not want to see him again in his life. Then she gets out of the car and tries to call Travis, but he does not answer him. Abby decides to go to the place where Travis is involved in the fight to prevent her from participating, but she arrives late because the fight started between Travis and her rival, who seems to be a very great wrestler and beats Travis violently, but Shipley notes that the competition is unfair because the competitor uses prohibited items to beat Travis with them. Shipley tries to stop the wrestler because Travis could die in his hands, but the wrestler hits him and Abby decides to stop the fight where she hits Travis's rival with the chair on his head, and the rival looks at her angrily, and fortunately the flames that burn in the place save Abby and the three escape just in time outside the battle site. The next day, Travis decides to go back to her hometown with Abby, who tells her that she got the money she earned at the casino from the security man who defrauded her, and also tells her that her father was only trying to take advantage of her, and then thanks him for everything he did for her. And at the end of the movie, Abby confesses his love for Travis and decides to end his life with him.